This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. So, Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh and Michael Knowles, the one who wants to eradicate transgenderism, speaking in genocidal terms, they are on a quest to endanger the lives of LGBTQ people in this country. LGBTQ children, even, in this country. They are putting pressure on state governments to remove resources, even if it's just an online webpage that gives resources about suicide prevention and a host of other issues that are maybe not unique specifically to the gay community, but certainly more unique, more relevant to gay and transgender youth in this country because of the suicide rates that are documented. Listen, we are not all free until we are all free. I'm not free until everybody's free. I am not free from oppression until everyone is free from oppression. And as long as we have groups like the Daily Wire out there attempting to put marginalized groups in grave danger, none of us are truly free. I'm going to read from this disturbing article from the Virginia Mercury about the effort. It's not specifically about the effort of the Daily Wire, but what happened when they started reaching out to the state of Virginia about a certain webpage that had resources on it for gay youth. Again, from the Virginia Mercury, Youngkin administration removes website on LGBTQ resources for youth. Internal emails show removal immediately followed inquiry from Daily Wire. After an inquiry from the right-wing media outlet Daily Wire this May about two websites listed on a Virginia Department of Health webpage offering resources for LGBTQ youth, internal agency emails indicate Governor Glenn Youngkin's administration took the entire page down, leaving agency employees who oversaw it bewildered. Quote, "Did someone request this?" asked Emily Yates, a supervisor for the Department of Health's Division of Child and Family Health, in a 31 May email to other staff members. Quote, "This request did not come from our program." At roughly the same time, Vanessa Walker Harris, director of the Office of Family Health Services, the office responsible for managing content on the page, also sent out an email to employees in the division, as well as the communications staff and Deputy VDH Commissioner Robert Hicks. Quote, "I'm noticing that the referenced webpage is no longer accessible, and I'm having a bad case of deja vu," wrote Walker Harris. "What am I missing? I'm very concerned that staff were directed to remove the webpage without engaging subject matter experts in response to a politically motivated inquiry. Yet again," they wrote. When the Mercury asked VDH on June 5th about the removal of the resources for LGBTQ youth page, internal emails obtained under Virginia's Freedom of Information Act show Agency Chief Operating Officer Christopher Lindsay initially drafted a response noting it was, quote, "part of an overall project to look at areas of the VDH website that can use a redesign." Now, as is with Republican responses to this kind of inquiry all the time, it's clear now we're finding that he is a liar, that he lied in the execution of the duties of his job about this particular issue, that they were swayed by Daily Wire, that they were influenced by this right-wing fascist media organization, infotainment organization, to take it down, to further endanger an already marginalized group. Continuing here, quote, "We are using data to look at website traffic and will redesign toward public health initiatives that are relevant to consumer demand," Lindsay wrote. The response that he drafted was never transmitted to the Mercury, and other emails obtained under FOIA indicate the removal was ordered by the Office of Secretary of Health and Human Resources, John Little, in response to an inquiry on the morning of May 31st from a Daily Wire reporter named Spencer Lindquist, who subsequently published an article on two resources listed on the page. Now, listen, if you're going to listen to anything else that I read, I should have maybe not buried the lead here. These next two paragraphs are the absolute most important in this story. In response to inquiries about the webpage's removal and the audit, Youngkin spokeswoman McCulkey Porter wrote that in Virginia, the governor will always reaffirm a parent's role in their child's life. Children belong to their parents, not the state. Quote, the webpage in question outsourced conversations where adults directly speak with children about sex to a third party, Porter said. The governor supports providing resources that are age appropriate. However, the government should not facilitate anonymous conversations between adults and children without a parent's approval. Sexualizing children against a parent's wishes doesn't belong on a taxpayer-supported website. Now, on its face, those words, absolutely, that seems rational. We shouldn't be sexualizing children. But to acknowledge that a gay child is gay, to acknowledge that a transgender child is transgender, is not sexualizing them. To acknowledge that a straight kid is straight, is that sexualization? No, it's not. But the same rules don't apply for these bigots, for these hateful trolls who are putting into action through policy initiatives that hurt, that lead to suicide. But they don't care because fewer gay people is a better America to conservatives. No gay people is a perfect America for conservatives. The Daily Wire is a dangerous, stochastic terrorist organization. Ben Shapiro, the tip of the spear. Matt Walsh, it is a cadre of Nazi-esque tactics that we're witnessing from the Daily Wire. What do you think? We can mix it up in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. You can also call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. If you want to help support my work, help produce what I do right here on this channel, you can click the join button below, become a channel member. You can click the super thanks button below, or you can go over to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I am inside of like 15,000 away from 500,000 subscribers. I never thought in a million years when I started like 5-6 years ago doing this that I would be in this position. And it's I was going to say largely because of you, but it's only because of the audience. I appreciate you guys very much. So please subscribe. Follow me on social media if that's your thing. I'll see you there. I'm at Dollemore, and I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine, and please take care of one another.